So, you're going through reanimation.
Oh, hello. I didn't notice you there. Boy, you look like a bright bunch of boys and girls. Let me ask you clever children a question. Are you aware that you, like all young people growing up today, are about to go through a series of very important changes? Well, I suppose there's no point beating around the bush about it. Within the next 6 to 8 years, each and every one of you is going to be dead. At this point, there's simply no preventing the certain nuclear holocaust that is about to level our country, wiping out all of your favorite monuments and sports clubs. No doubt your school teachers and loved ones have already told you about the importance of ducking and covering. However, sadly, no laminate desk can protect you from the devastating and invisible deadly rays known as
Radiation!
But don't worry, there's a silver lining to that nuclear mushroom cloud. For almost 0.01% of you, death will only be the beginning. Look to your left. Now to your right. It's possible that you, or maybe one of those two people you just looked at, could come back to life due to radiation. Or maybe not. We don't really know. We have no idea what radiation does. Giant insects? Maybe. Waking frozen dinosaurs? Sure, why not? The dead rising from their graves? It's certainly possible. Our research is kinda sketchy at this point. But the good news is, if you're one of those lucky few, you'll begin to go through the difficult, but ultimately life-affirming process known as
Reanimation!
Ultimately, as with all things in life, the key to getting through reanimation is to talk to your parents, trusted clergy members, and sports coaches to find out what the rules are, and then follow those rules slavishly. So, let's go over some of them now.
Rule number 1. Be polite.
Let's talk about swearing. There's no reason to ever use the Z word in mixed company, especially after you've become one. So let's spend some time now to help you get well versed in some of the more colorful euphemisms for your state of undying semi-decay. Here's a list to help you get started.
Maggot pension. Walking blood-fueled gas bag. Angry mob bait. Not so pretty now, are ya, Nora? Rule number 2. Recognize that your body is changing.
Nobody enjoys going through the process of reanimation. It's uncomfortable, unholy, and everyone goes through it at a different pace. But it's helpful to keep in mind that only after you've gone through it will you become a fully functional, healthy member of the ravening undead. With that in mind, here are some warning signs to help you know when reanimation has begun for you.
Your skin will begin to wither so that it looks like your hair and fingernails are still growing. You will begin to notice maggots where there were no maggots before. Your teeth will begin to change from a healthy, milk-fed white to a deep yellow and become riddled with holes. Scienticians call this the Swiss cheese effect. You will feel an uncontrollable urge to break open the bodies of the still living and suck the marrow out of their shattered bones. TV will begin to seem less interesting. Rule number 3. Find a guidebook.
4 out of 5 university professors agree the best way to learn about life is to read about it in a book. It stands to reason that the best way to learn about undeath is using the same method. So the best thing to do right now is to find a guidebook. May I recommend one of the greatest treatises to come out of the 1930s, Braineater Throne. Braineater Jones.